Hi friends, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Chrissy and I am a 39-year-old Canadian expat living in London, here to chase a dream while I'm paying off just over £9,000 worth of credit card debt on a single income. Now, over the last year, it has been a tough one because I have, well, let me just show you actually. So looking at my debt graph, I just want to revisit on how my year went. So in January, all the repairs and dilapidations happened in November last year. I was managing it just fine with putting things on my credit card and uh, paying the tradesmen with my reserves. But then things started to run out. Then in mid-January, actually, I just before the end of December, I was told that I had to leave my current flat share and move out. I didn't want to find another house share to live in because I bought all this furniture for myself to enjoy the space that that I thought I would live in years for, and I had to like go ahead and live on my own, my very own apartment. And that is a huge impact on my budget and my circumstances. Therefore, I've had to take on a couple of side jobs. So I have been waitressing for years, and girl or guy, I am near tired. And I was on Saturday, I was on a breaking point where I was like, I just don't want to do this anymore. I am working so hard for what? Like, for what for? So yeah, the burnout was like pretty much there, and I'm feeling like I need to reflect on how I'm gonna move on and continue to pay off my debt. So I got to work my budget out a little bit. So today's video is basically about what I've done in terms of debt repayment, and I'm trying to and the subsequent videos, I'm still trying to figure out actually on how I'm going to work my budget for to manage debt repayments while I'm going to, balance a life. And the only thing is, December is coming in. It's a big financial month for me because one, I'm going on a trip for a family reunion, and I've been saving for that for months. I've actually not been saving for that. I've been using my American Express to pay that back. So that is out of scope for this purpose. Secondly, it's going to be my 40th birthday, and you know what? YOLO. I'm gonna use my credit cards for things that I do want and celebrate my birthday. Celebrate my birthday. There we go. And then figure out how I want to move on to my 40s. Anyway, let's go into today's video. So, talking about my check-in. So in September 2023, last month, we had, let me zoom you right in. So we did pretty well. We opened from £9,000, guys. I opened September with £4,093.39. So basically half of that debt, even lower. I managed to pay off £439.47, and my closing balance was £3,653.92. Now, before that, £439.47 was an amount that I would consider nice effort. Like, it wasn't a very impressive figure comparing myself to, let's say, for example, June I paid £845.81. In May I paid £1,342 just to get it down. This was panic mode, but now I think I'm smooth sailing. So let's just see what I did for October. What I wanted to do was basically avoid the interest rates, and now that I'm reaching to the point where I'm paying very minimum interest, I don't feel like I'm drowning anymore, if that makes any sense. So description, let's start off with, there we go, description. So my PayPal, I put on a 3-month. This is where I had to buy things for my new flat. I had to buy some appliances, and I put on a 3-month credit thing. It reached to £1,200, and I managed to pay that off very, very quickly. So therefore, let's put this down, interest paid. Therefore, I paid no interest, and my open balance was 0. And then my activity, I didn't need to pay for anything, was 0. And then my closing balance, therefore, is 0. I always like to keep this in scope because it kind of tells me that I am winning. Let's see here, 0, 0, 0. So let's keep that out. Also, it'll teach me that I'm not going to use my PayPal anymore because it was so difficult trying to track the balance on that platform. So I don't know whether or not they're throwing in some extra charges here or there, and I don't like how not transparent that is. So I'm not going to use that anymore. Okay, moving along, HSBC. HSBC, I've had this credit card for so long. I think it's about 17 point something percent, and it's considered to be the lowest credit card interest rate that I've got. The only thing is I've had it for so long, and I don't really, and I just know that I paid so much interest in it. I closed the month in September with £75. So I paid £2.71, opening my balance to 77.71. At this point, I was really tired of it, so I just cleared it off. So I made that 77 pounds and 71 pence close. Therefore, I have a 0 base balance. So I've paid off another credit card. Hurrah. So let me just write that down. It's something I need to celebrate, really. So 271, 77, 71. So this is total, by the way. Total. And it'll matter on the next credit card, promise. So, and then therefore, my total balance, total payoff was £77.71. And therefore, the closing balance is basically paid off. Ta-da! Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. My Virgin Money credit card is a transfer balance credit card. So I took the balance from HSBC and just paid it with a 0% balance, trying to manage everything because the interest rates were kind of getting out of hand. But I also found myself using the Virgin Money credit card, and therefore I was accruing some sort of balance in it. So for example, I paid $11.03 like last month, and $12.12 and $13.21. So it all adds up. I don't like it. I want rid. So I'm just gonna try and get this as low as I can to, I think the promotional 0% balance interest, 0% interest time actually ends in July 2024. So it does seem like a long time away, but it's actually not. It only gives me about 10 months to 9 months to pay off that credit card. Otherwise I'll accrue interest again. So I'm just trying to keep it at minimum, guys. Virgin Money, so the interest that I paid last month was actually £9.46. So it actually opened my balance 36.92. No. 3578.92 mine plus 9.46. It actually opened my balance to £3,588 and 38 pence. Not great, but that only means I had about like just shy of £600 left to go on it. So what I did pay was $45.25 for minimum debt repayment. So $45.25 minimum debt repayment, and that's always debited out of my account on week 3 of the month. I made extra debt repayment on week 2 of October, so I put in £251 and 6 pence. extra debt repayment, which is quite healthy if you think about it. And I also put in an extra debt repayment, considering the money that I've underspent on my variable expenses. So I've highlighted the areas that I've taken to throw in an extra debt repayment, and I've considered that as well, by the way. Ooh, that was a bad week. That is saved for another video. So I made an extra payment of £42 and 3 pence XDR. Therefore, my total payment for October with Virgin is 45.25 plus 251.06 plus 42.03 is £338 and 34 pence. I would have loved that to be 400, but you know what? It's only because I got the HSBC to, clear off. So I'm just gonna write the totals here. 3,588.38, and which actually takes my budget down. My closing balance down. 3588.38 minus 338.34. There's a lot of threes in there. It's very confusing. 3588.38 minus 338.34 is 3250. £3,250 and 4 pence, which is I'm happy about that, because that means £250 left. Woohoo! Amazing. Okay, so 3250.04. So that's amazing. Great. So let's just see here how I've actually done for considering everything else. Grand total. So in terms of interest, I paid $271 plus $946. I've only paid £12 and 17 pence in interest. In terms of debt, I opened up the month with £3,666 and 9 pence. Oh boy, I don't like that number. And that means I actually paid off £338.34 plus is £416 and 5 pence. So that's quite healthy. That's as much as I'm putting away to savings, by the way. So in a sense, the second and third job is doing really well with bumping up my building up my emergency fund, building up my sinking funds, and my travel money that I'm gonna spend. So that's great. And that means we're gonna close October with 3,200, sorry, I need to do this. £3,250 and 04 pence. That looks great to me. So that actually makes our debt graph down here. So let me just grab the right pen. $32.50, huh? $32.50. $32.50 is there, and that is October. So I'm gonna put that right there. Amazing. So £3,250 is what I've got left, which is exciting. And hopefully by next month, I'm going to be just under £3,000, which is hitting another milestone. So yeah, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. The next video is going to be about my closeout for October, and the following is going to be my November budget. So have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much.